Hi, I'm Jim Berklan, editor of McKnight's Long-Term Care News, and I'm here in Denver at the LeadingAge annual convention with Dr. Cheryl Phillips, Vice President of Quality Affairs. Dr. Phillips, we've certainly seen antipsychotics are in the news. There's a big deadline coming up. What can you tell us about that?
There is a big deadline coming up, and CMS had set the stage for us for a 15% reduction. I'll give you both sides of that. Personally, I think it's very doable, and I'm actually very optimistic. I know that when I talk to communities around the country, they are, oh my goodness, what do we do? They're waiting for the Holy Grail. They're waiting for the answers to come out. They're waiting for the tools. And as I've talked with many of them, and you look at a 100-bed nursing home, maybe 22, the national average, close to, are on antipsychotics. If you stop 3 or 4 residents, you are at the 15% reduction. So we talk through how can you do that? What are strategies you can do within your own community? Things like just having a list of everybody who's on them, knowing why they're on them, knowing how long they've been on them. So yes, it is a little scary. I am optimistic the 15% reduction will happen, but I'm also optimistic because it's changing the framework just from meds to focusing on how do I do this and how do I do a better job of taking care of these individuals with dementia.
Okay, now as we also know, there's somebody else very interested in how this is going to change, and that's our friend Senator Cole, who recently introduced legislation. How do you see that from your office? That's a little bit of a sticky wicket.
It is a little bit of a sticky wicket, and it's always interesting when Congress practices medicine. There is a bill proposed that has several elements, many of which we are very supportive of. One is the idea of using resources to educate prescribers about the appropriateness and at times inappropriateness of antipsychotics, when to use them, when not to use them, and how to look most importantly to alternatives. There is the other issue in this bill that is raising the most rancor, and that is the issue of informed consent. We are of the position that we believe very much in information sharing. My concern is that we don't devolve into just a consent form, a paper signing process, because that will, in essence, bring us further away from true engaged decision-making with the caregivers and family members and those that are involved in the care, and the resident when they can be. So if informed consent replaces that, I think we lose. The other concern that we will consistently share is that this isn't a nursing home problem. This is a practice of care problem across settings. And while this bill is just focusing on nursing homes, we want the understanding to be this is an issue in acute care hospitals and outpatient clinics and assisted living, and it is driven because of our lack of understanding of how truly to engage the community of caregivers to support individuals with dementia. If we make it about one class of drugs, we'll just go to another class. If we make it about one setting, we'll miss the boat. So I think that the intentions are very good with this bill. I think it continues to drive the conversation forward, and our concerns as we watch it evolve is to make sure that consent isn't just a signature and that we can eventually move beyond the walls of the nursing home.
Well, thank you very much. It's excellent perspective, and we'll be very interested to see how this evolves going forward.
Thank you.